I arise today through the strength of heaven, light of sun, splendor of fire, speed of lightning, swiftness of wind, depth of sea, stability of earth, firmness of rock. I arise today through God's strength to pilot me, God's might to uphold me, God's wisdom to guide me, God's eye to look before me, God's ear to hear me, God's word to speak for me, God's hand to guard me, God's way to lie before me, God's shield to protect me, God's hosts to save me, afar and anear, alone or in a multitude. Christ shield me today.
For the longest time, kids made fun of me because I was stupid. I didn't want to go anywhere, I didn't want to do anything, and it seemed like everything that I was supposed to do went wrong. And I just grew up hoping that life would end. And I hated everything. I hated myself most of all. The pain reached a point that suicide seems so much better. Only a portion of one side of my brain works properly, and I have severe dyslexia and something called spelling dysplasia. So words don't make sense. As a child, I couldn't read the board. And of course, I became the butt of jokes and people laughed at me. And the teacher said, well, you just don't try.
Christ be with me, Christ before me, Christ behind me, Christ in me, Christ beneath me, Christ above me, Christ on my right, Christ on my left, Christ when I lie down, Christ when I sit down, Christ in the heart of everyone who thinks of me.
I had no idea really at that point who Christ was. I'd heard things, but I was just there for the music. And I came home and I said, and I can remember the exact words, I don't know, nothing else works. Maybe I'll try this God thing. When I think back to those days when I begged for death, and I look now at the things that have happened and all the stories I could tell you about things that have changed my life and listening to God and doing the things that God has asked me to do, it's so incredible. No matter what the disability, I want people to know that Jesus still loves them.
Christ in the mouth of everyone who speaks of me, Christ in every eye that sees me, Christ in every ear that hears me. I arise today through the mighty strength of the Lord of creation.
Now when I do a 100-mile ride, it's one crank at a time. No matter what it is I do, I try to do it one crank at a time.